everybody? Welcome back to MAPOP Sports. This is Grandy. If this is your first time here, welcome. Appreciate you guys checking out the channel, checking out this video. If you guys are returning, welcome back, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning back in. And today, just kind of a typical Tuesday after a big day of shipping and everything. I'm just kind of grinding, listing. I actually did a little bit of sourcing this morning. We'll jump into that in a minute here. But yeah, just kind of going through the motions a little bit here. Monday sales have kind of, it was consistent. I had a few sales, nothing crazy. So hopefully, like I said, this is the beginning of the rest of the week. Hopefully Tuesday through Friday, we'll get the weekend started off pretty good. So other than that, let's jump into the sourcing this morning. I definitely, it hit spot on what I wanted to talk about anyways today. So this morning I met with one of my guys, a local guy here, who does a little bit of older vintage cards that I carry. He also carries a ton of like junk wax stuff. So this is the thing about sourcing. So just to give you guys a heads up, about 60 to 70% of some of the stuff when you're sourcing vintage or older cards and stuff, 60 to 70% of the stuff is junk wax. It's not even in reality. If you want to list it, you can. Most likely they're all going to be the 99-cent variety or $1 variety at best. So it takes a lot of time. If you don't have a scanner, I wouldn't even recommend doing it if you're trying to sell sports cards online. So FYI on that. But usually there's a good 20 to 30% of stuff that will get you your money's worth and more. So that's the biggest thing, is when you're sourcing, make sure when you're going through, I would say, let's just say if a guy has a 10,000 card lot, just make sure a good, I would say 1,000 of it to 2,000 of it are decent cards that you know could possibly move within the next year or two. That's how I look at it. If it's a 10,000 card lot, I'm hoping 1,000 of those cards I can move within the next year or 2 years. Yeah, I said years, guys. That's the thing, because about the other stuff, if I can move it in the bulk and whoever wants to purchase it for at a loss, in reality, I'll try and move. But I'm hoping, my thoughts are that hope that 1,000 cards that I think has good value can move within the next year or two and get my money's worth or more on that. So that's how I look at it. Some of those cards, you know, so this is the thing. So we'll jump right into it. This guy, I don't think he knows sports cards that well. He's really good in regards to like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever game cards. So he's really good at that, and like Magic the Gathering. So he's really good at that. Sports cards is not his thing. But he does get a good vintage collection every now and then. So I was looking at this and I saw what he posted. So this is the thing, you always have to be weary. He thought they were rookie cards, some of them. So some of the pictures he took, he thought there were legit rookie cards of some of these stars. Come to find out, when I look at it, they're reprints. So I had to explain it to him, and I was like, look, you may have thought this card raw was maybe a $10 or $15 card, but in reality, it's a reprint of a rookie card. So you got to really be cognizant of that. So there's some like John Elway, some Barry Sanders rookie cards, but they were tops 2001 or something reprints. So you have to really, really, really be careful about that, because not only are they no longer, $10, $15, $20 cards, they're now maybe $2 cards at best. So I had to explain it to him. I showed him, and he's like, oh. So then that lot that I sourced this morning, I did purchase from him because it was a really good lot. It was still worth the money, what he was asking for. But I explained to him, this is why I am going to offer even less, is because of this. So I was able to get, the entire lot for a little bit less, because there were certain cards on there that I know he valued way more than what they are technically valued at. So you got to be really, really careful when you look at some of these rookie cards that they're not reprints, especially when you get into the older cards, whether it's like, I've seen Hank Aaron cards, I've seen Mickey Mantle cards, they're reprints, but sometimes these guys are not collectors, and they're just resellers, so you're just moving lots. So they just see the big name, they see it's a rookie card, and they think it's a true rookie card. It is not. So be real cognizant about that, and make sure you guys look at that, and then explain it to them. You can tell them, like, it's not a true rookie card. You know, you can show them, if you want to show them the comps, they're not worth nearly even a quarter of what these true rookie cards should be. So I was able to explain it to him. Really nice guy. I've done deals with him before, so I was able to really work out a really good lot. I think it was like 20-some thousand cards, and I got it from him for less than $300, guys. Because he was asking for quite a bit more than that, but, you know, after explaining it to him, and then some of the conditions of these cards are not in the greatest, some of them. So I explained to him, I go, look, yes, when you look it up, it's a $5 card. However, look at this condition, instantly becomes a 99-cent card. It'll still move, because it's a star rookie, but it's the condition of it is not very good. So I had to explain it to him, and we came to a great deal. And then the cool thing about it is he had a lot of memorabilia, sports memorabilia, which I don't really do. But this is the thing about sports cards, sourcing, and all that stuff, guys. It's okay to look outside the box. You don't have to just fixate on sports cards and sports cards only. If this guy was willing to throw in a few of these memorabilia autographs of some of these stars, and this is the cool thing, they're Denver Broncos stars, and I'm from the Denver area now, so I was able to get some of these memorabilia that I know for a fact I can move easily at the next card show or at a card show, or even have as a gift to some of my family members who are, you know, fans of the Denver Broncos. So that's why I was okay with it, because, you know, I'm looking at the big picture wise, that I'm not just always in it just to flip, but you gotta look at the big picture. Can you use this for something else? Can you negotiate this and all that stuff? So it was kind of cool that he was able to throw in a good handful of sports memorabilia stuff that I know to a fan, that it would mean something to them, and it'd be worth something to them. And even, like I just said, family members who I can actually go ahead and use it as a gift, or whatever the case may be on that. So it's kind of cool. But that was my biggest thing, guys. You got to make sure some of these guys, and you can't get angry at them, because sometimes they just don't know any better. And my source here, he had no idea. He just saw a big name guy, and he saw that it said rookie card. You know, it's a rookie card. And without knowing that it's a reprint, without knowing that the value of it diminishes tremendously. So just be real careful about that, guys. And like I said, he wasn't trying to scam, because this is the crazy thing, was what he was asking for, this 20,000 card lot. I would have paid it anyways, even knowingly that these were reprints. That's how good of a value he was kind of giving me on that. So, but hey, if you can negotiate and get a better deal, why not, right? And that's kind of what I did. And you know, this is the thing when it comes to sourcing, is that I trust some of these guys, and they're willing to deal with me. So that's why I always say network and have a good handful of your sources. If you're trying to do, like I say, if you're trying to do this for a living, or you're trying to just have a good source of inventory, a person of source of inventory, like I said, build that rapport, build this relationship. I know since I moved to Colorado, I've probably done more than 8 deals with this guy now. So we have a good rapport. He lets me know these are the kind of cards, are they in good condition, whatever the case may be. And he really does try to get me the best deal. He's not trying, he's trying to make more than what he paid for it for the entire lot himself. So I totally understand that. But he's not the type of person who's going to break it per card as I am, and as I'm willing to grind and willing to do that. So that's why he's willing to give me a good deal on it. And, you know, like I said, by having this rapport with him and doing multiple deals with him previously, he's willing to knock off maybe $100 or, you know, or $50 here and there to get the deal done, knowing that, hey, on down the road, he's going to have more stuff that he's going to want to move, that I am a good source that will buy from him. So it's a two-way street, and that's why I always say build this rapport. I have guys from the Midwest in Iowa, because I still go back there quite a bit, and I have a lot of guys there who gives me great deals because they know I come back as a buyer. And that's the biggest thing, man. I think is building that rapport, building that network system, guys. You guys, because I have a lot of people keep asking me, where do you source? Where do you source? I'm telling you, network through at least 10 to 15 guys who you deal with on a constant basis, and that's what I'm doing. I have about 10 to 15 guys that I deal with on a constant basis that know that I'm always looking for cards on a weekly, bi-weekly, monthly basis. I check in with them. Do you guys have anything you're looking to move? And that's the thing. They're willing to wheel and deal, willing to give me a good deal so that I have the opportunity to be able to list these things on my inventory for my eBay store and slowly build up my inventory, as I'm going to be doing shows in person this year, because I want to jump back into that because I missed that. And then hopefully if I have other avenues on down the road to sell sports cards, I have a good enough inventory, good enough sourcing people that I can always run to. And that's the thing. You got to have that network. You can't have just one person or two people, because certain people have certain things. Like this guy that I deal with, he does a lot of vintage, older, junk wax stuff. I have other guys who does breaks. Like I was telling you guys on my previous videos, he does breaks, so that way he has more of the newer stuff, more of the in-demand, I guess, the hotter players, the newer guys who are playing currently. I have some other people who have a mixture of both. I have a guy who does a lot of mids, a lot of autos, and that's the thing. Break it down, break your sources down to certain types of people who carry certain types of inventory for you. And that's what I've noticed has been helping me. So I have a guy, vintage guy, who does newer stuff, modern stuff. I have another guy who does a lot of autos, a lot of patches, a lot of mid stuff. So every time I go to one of these guys, I know if I'm running out of inventory, I need more vintage stuff, I go to this guy type stuff. So that's the thing. Break down your sourcing if you can. Make sure that the inventory that they're giving to you is true rookies, not reprints. And then you have to explain it to your sources, so then on in the future they know what they're looking for and what they're selling. So it helps inform them. It helps keep an eye out. Keeps the pricing of what you're paying for your inventory a little bit lower and everything, and just being safe on that. So hopefully this helps a little bit, guys. Like I said, it just rings, reminds you a little bit, just to make sure whatever you're looking to buy, just keep an eye on, make sure it's the true rookie stuff. And then, like I said, keep a vast variety of your sources available. I highly recommend, if you're looking to do this full-time, do this for a living, 10 to 15 sources, and diversify your sources. Some guys does vintage, some guys does modern, some guys does mids, high end. I have guys who do super high end too, if I ever wanted to jump into that realm. So it's always good to have that, and keep that network going so that you can always get a good deal with them. And they always know that you're a buyer, and you always know that they are a seller. Simple as that, guys. So other than that, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully it helped you guys a little bit on that. If you guys like this stuff, feel free to subscribe. As I always mention, if you have not subscribed, appreciate you still watching the video all the way through. It does mean a lot to me on that. So other than that, stay tuned. Have some other stuff coming up this week I want to talk about. And then, just getting back to the grind, guys. So make sure you check out the eBay store. Links in the description. Every little bit helps. Feel free to make an offer, guys. I respond to you as soon as I can on that. So other than that, have a good rest of the week. Till next time.